What we do is known as karma samyama. There are various types of samyamas, that's why it's karma samyama, where layers and layers of past unconscious mind will just come up and work itself out if you move to a certain level of intense awareness.
In the dictionary it has been said like that, one who had overcome the self or existence.
If that is a dictionary meaning, it's a wonderful, absolutely fantastic meaning. Where you feel most uncomfortable, you stay there. That'll be good for you. That is if you want to grow quickly. If I tell you what happens in samyama, fear will come or disbelief will come. Let's say you're sitting and meditating. After some time, you're fully conscious, but suddenly is there a way to explore past lives? I know a lot of absolutely ridiculous things are going on in Bombay about exploring one's past lives. These things are being done in such unscrupulous ways. A lady, you won't believe she is from Bombay, unfortunately. She is from Bombay, but she's now in United States for many years. They made it very big in United States. At one time, on a particular year, this couple earned the maximum amount on the share market. They were the biggest earners on the share market on that particular year. So you can imagine, in United States, the biggest earner per particular year means what they would have earned, okay? Big money they got into. And she's gotten into this whole thing that now she's mad about all this Hollywood stuff and all this. She's got homes, a couple of homes in Beverly Hills and here, there, everything just to be around there in the scene. And she's gotten hooked onto a psychic who charges $90 per hour consultation on the telephone. In person, it is more. So this psychic has been telling this lady, which this lady firmly believes. So the psychic told her that in your previous life, Tom Cruise was your husband. Richard Gere was your father. So you just have to be around. They will notice you today or tomorrow. So the husband is going nuts because the woman is trying to somehow fall into the eyes of Tom Cruise, throwing parties and buying homes around the place. The husband is just going crazy. Then it came to my notice and so somehow this lady landed up with me and she is 100% sure that in her previous life Tom Cruise was her husband. I knew she's strong on that, so I said, okay, it must have been. But I also knew Tom Cruise in his last life. He was one of the ugliest human beings in his last life, do you know? Huh? She never imagined that he could have a different body. She thought he will be just like that. So I said, I knew him very well in the past life. And he was so ugly, unbearably, do you remember? She just went crazy. So this is what past life stuff is doing to people, driving them crazy and, all kinds of fanciful things. That's not the purpose. They're just ridiculous psychological exercises. If you really want to see something of the past, you must be able to raise yourself into very heightened levels of awareness where it'll cut through the memory lines. But what's the point? Right now, what has happened in this life, you're not able to handle the memory. What happened 10 years ago, you suffer. When you're in this condition, if you remember 10 lifetimes ago, it'll drive you nuts, isn't it? So there is no point. But at the same time, there are Whatever you call as past life is just unconscious layers of the mind in terms of memory. If you bring yourself to heightened levels of awareness, these unconscious layers of the mind which are ruling you from within could be broken down, could be dissolved. I don't know if they showed you… Did they show you some clippings of Samyama meditation? It's a 8-day program where we do… It's a very intense process. I think yesterday also we spoke something about this. If I tell you what happens in Samyama, fear will come or disbelief will come. Let's say you're sitting and meditating. After some time, you're fully conscious, but suddenly you find your body is beginning to crawl around like a snake. You know it is happening, you want to stop it, but the body is just crawling like a snake. You come out of meditation, you're perfectly normal. You sit for meditation, it crawls. Then maybe it hops around like a bird, maybe it goes around like a dog or a tiger or something, many forms it may take. Why this is happening is, in the unconscious layers of the mind, there are so many dimensions which are not in your access, but which are influencing everything that you do. So if you go through a process where with the heightened levels of awareness, you bring unconscious layers of the mind into conscious states, not in terms of memory, but in terms of energy and experience, you can work these things out and leave yourself completely free in a big way within yourself. In that context, it is relevant. But remembering something, memory-wise, is not of any consequence. It'll only complicate and mess up your life. Suppose you realized your neighbor's dog was in your previous life, was your husband, then you'll start throwing stones at your neighbor's dog I don't know whether you'll go and kiss him or you'll throw stones at him both ways it's dangerous, isn't it? Because he doesn't remember. You're throwing stones at him, you'll get into trouble with the neighbor. If you want to kiss him, you'll get in trouble with the dog. So, it's not safe for you, it's not necessary for you. But on a different plane, if you can bring it into your experience without going through the memory process, then it becomes a way of liberating yourself in a certain way. Samyama is a very… what we do is known as karma samyama. There are various types of samyamas, that's why it's karma samyama, where layers and layers of past unconscious mind will just come up and work itself out if you move to a certain level of intense awareness. No suggestions are given to you, no guidance is given to you. See, what happens in the mind is never trustworthy. Mind can deceive you in a million different ways. But what happens in the body is real, isn't it? Yes? Has your body ever lied to you? Your mind has lied to you a million times, isn't it so? Body has never lied to you. So that's why we always want these things to happen physiologically, energy-wise, not on the level of the mind, because mind is capable of unlimited hallucination. It can create anything and make you believe it's real.
There are so many efforts, so many different types of activity in the world. Whether one is going to the temple or to the bar, seeking God or drink or drug, one is seeking peace or war, one is seeking trinkets of life, another wants to go to heaven. Essentially, the pursuit is same. People want fulfillment. Well, it takes a lifetime of effort for most human beings that things that they pursue will not and cannot bring fulfillment. Samyama is not an effort to fulfill yourself, but to remove the ingredients which cause unfulfilled condition within you. There is a process in your hands right now. Where you will take this process is in your hands. But it is such a potent and alive process, a very live and potent process, that if you give yourself to it, it does things that you've not imagined possible ever.
About spiritual process being fragile, if you ask me, your spiritual process is more often challenged here in the ashram than in some other city. It is challenged and it's also supported. That's important. You simply challenge, people may feel defeated. It must be constantly challenged and it must be also supported and nursed. Both are needed. As I said, some nursing is also needed, some challenge is also needed. Both are needed. There's no challenge, just nursing, you will grow up very weak. Only challenge, no nursing, you may break. It's a balance. Is there a perfect balance? There's no perfect balance, everybody balances somehow. So, where you feel most uncomfortable, you stay there. That'll be good for you. That is if you want to grow quickly. If you want to grow slowly, be where it's most comfortable. It's taken a lot of effort to constantly design every situation like that there is nourishment and there is challenge, there is nourishment and challenge. From being a Isha's Anga to become Isha, that means wherever you go, it's the same thing. Doesn't matter. You're in the middle of a marketplace, you're like this only. You can participate in everything but untouched by anything. So this is a simple test for yourself. If you miss anything, not just people, anything. Right now, anything that we are used to, food, comfort, this or that, we thoroughly enjoy it. But when it's not there, we don't miss it. When you don't have it, if you're in the same condition as when you have it, this is a good indication. That means you are moving from a nursery to face any kind of challenge. Moving to a place where you can handle any kind of challenge simply means it's giving you the freedom to do what you want. Whatever we want, we can take it up and do it. Who told you they're incarnations of God? No, you must understand this. See, the idea of the God only comes from the three Abrahamic religions, that there is the God somewhere, one authority. Nowhere else does it exist, not at all in this culture. We called any being who is evolved beyond what we thought was a normal human being as a deva. That means he's like godlike. Because I think I've spoken about this, people call Tendulkar a cricketing god. Everybody want to come and fall at your feet and things is because when they see somebody that is evolved beyond what they think is normal, then that person, they are saying, he's divinely endowed, something more than what we have. There is no the God. Because there is no the God, there is no incarnation. Avatar means a repeat performance. Yes, avatar means he's come once again in a certain form. But does not mean the God has come. If somebody is of a certain kind, they say, oh, he's Shiva's incarnation. You must understand this. In this culture, for example, they were talking about Ramana Maharshi. People used to refer to him as Bhagwan. Bhagwan generally literally translates to almost like God. It's Sanskrit, somebody tell me what's Bhagwan, how does it break into two words? A fortunate being, that's what they're trying to say, okay. But generally, these are the words that are there to describe God. Tamil enna?
Kada ul means it's going inwards again.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't realize, I thought kadval and so like. If that is the meaning, it's fantastic that they're using a word for God as something that is within.
In the dictionary it has been said like that, one who had overcome the self or existence.
If that is a dictionary meaning, it's a wonderful, absolutely fantastic meaning. Always they're referring to God as one who's transcended his own self. Fantastic. So these are the kind of the words that are there. There is no the God anywhere in these languages or in this culture. So in the question when you say, how did the incarnations of God come here? They didn't come here, they were here and they transcended their self and they became Kadavul.